Hi everybody, welcome back to the Blue Lady Couture Studio. I'm doing a slightly different video for you today. I'm doing a male kind of unboxing opening video because I've got something very special to show you which I'm very excited about, and I've never done this kind of video before, so it'll be interesting to record my reaction live because this is something that I've never ordered for myself, bought for myself before. As you will probably have worked out from the video title, this is a 114-year-old magazine in here. So I'm a little bit nervous. I've seen pictures and things of what it looks like, but I don't know exactly what the condition fully is going to be like. So it'll be a bit of a surprise. So I'm very excited to open this. So what is this going to be exactly? The magazine is a Weldon's ladies journal, and the reason I bought it is because I was doing research for #historical Halloween, which is another project which I'm hoping to get started on in a few weeks, which is based around doing a Halloween costume using a vintage pattern or a vintage pattern picture for inspiration, and using my own pattern. Yeah, and Weldon's is a company which I hadn't actually heard of much before, but I started doing some research following on from the #historical Halloween group on Facebook, and it turns out that they produced a pattern magazine full of costumes, Halloween or pageants, carnival costumes, that kind of thing, and these date back as far as the 1880s, I think. Now this isn't a costume book magazine, it's their general ladies magazine from 1906, because I was just doing research on Weldon's costumes and Weldon's patterns, and it turns out they produced all these magazines many years ago. And I came across this one and it looked really interesting, and I was watching it on eBay, and then the seller sent me an offer and said, "No, you're watching this, do you want to pay a little bit less than what it's listed for?" And I was like, "Do you mind if I pay a little bit less than what you're offering?" And they said, "Yeah, okay." So here we are, it has arrived. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera a little bit slightly, so you're kind of looking down from above, but I hope you'll still be able to hear me and see my reactions a little bit. But yeah, let's open this and find out what's inside, shall we? Okay guys, I'm hoping you can see this okay and you can hear me okay. I've just taped over the sender's address because we don't want that showing. So let's find out the best way to open this very carefully. I think it's wrapped in cardboard inside, obviously to stop it from bending, so I think we're okay to very carefully just cut the tape with the scissors. Oh, that's nice. That's handy when it just opens like that. Okay, right. Yeah, so it's wrapped in cardboard inside to protect it. Okay, so it's wrapped in another envelope inside as well, so let's get this cardboard off. This video may be mostly me just cutting the tape and the cardboard. Oh, I'm so scared, I don't want to break it.
Okay, this is future me just jumping on here while I'm busy faffing about with opening this lovely package. Just a word of warning that this is a 114-year-old magazine, therefore it does contain some subject matter, particularly in the advertising, that people will find offensive in the 21st century. That does include some racism and some sizeism issues as well. But as ever, I would like to stress that this is absolutely not my viewpoint, even at the point where I say in a few minutes that I love this kind of advertising in these magazines. I don't mean that in terms of the subject matter, I'm talking about the artistic style. So yeah, just bear that in mind, please. My ethos is #vintage style, not vintage values. So yeah, anyway, back to past me as I get to the juicy goodies inside the package. Are we ready? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't know how fragile it's going to be. I've cleaned my hands. My hands are freshly washed and cleaned. So hopefully I shall carefully... Oh, look at this. Oh, trying not to let it stick to the horrible sticky bit on the back of the paper. I'm going to turn this way. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, guys, look at this. It's very pretty. So we have the July edition of the Weldon's Ladies Journal. It says it has 4 patterns in it. Now I don't know if these are in here or not. I'm presuming not. I've got no expectations on that regard. It's just to see and hold and look through this wonderful piece of history. Yeah, it says it has 4 patterns for a smart blouse, a summer skirt, useful knickers, and a lace coffee coat. And this is July 1906. You might be able to just make out up there in the corner. And it cost 3 pence. And we've got these lovely illustrations on the front here of these beautiful Edwardian dresses. They're beautiful bell skirts and these lovely lacy, ruffly blouses. And it says on the front, 4 gratis paper patterns: ladies' summer skirt, a smart blouse, ladies' lace coffee coat, and useful knickers. An artistic plate of fashions in colours. Oh, has it got colour pictures in it? Ooh, exciting. There's a story in here. How to make a cycling bag in raffia. Table delicacies for the hot season in sunny Spain. Wow, well that tells you about the kind of ladies that were probably reading this magazine. It's certainly not aimed at the lower echelons of society. Although it does have a section also, how to dress on £20 a year. And there's an astrology section as well, which I think is a nice touch. I mean, obviously magazines today still have the kind of the astrology sections in them. And I think that's not something that you think about the ladies of the Edwardian era being interested in, but isn't that fascinating? Right, so shall we have a look inside and see what other delights there are in here? I shall very carefully open it. Now I do know the back cover is missing from it, so I expect this edge is a little bit delicate, so I shall very, very carefully turn the pages. I mean, the paper itself doesn't feel too bad. Obviously it's very worn around the edges and it probably is a little bit brittle, but the paper itself doesn't feel too bad. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so the front cover is actually separate. Oh, look at this. Oh, I love advertising at this era. Oh, is that a wig? That is ornamental hair transformations, but that looks like, yeah, a part wig, half wig. And a lovely advert for Singer sewing machines there as well. And ladies' dress forms. Oh, I love this. Yeah, advertising at this time, it's fascinating. This is the years slightly prior to this is when advertising in these kind of magazines really came into their own. It was the first time, that advertising was really jumped on as a medium to bring goods and consumerism to the masses. So this is a British magazine. So obviously it's nice to see a magazine that's not in French, or has adverts that are relevant to my personal interests as a UK based dressmaker. The dressmaker supply stores, colonial dressmakers, Indian dressmakers. Oh, more adverts. More adverts for hair pieces, little hair, sort of fake hair curls, hair ringlets. You could obviously put into make your hair look slightly more voluminous. Lots of interesting adverts. I'm not going to go through all of these, but so I do get the impression that the Weldon's Ladies Journal is certainly more aimed at ladies who are making clothing for themselves, or ladies who are dressmakers, perhaps working as dressmakers for high-end clients, that kind of thing. It's not so much a kind of a ladies' household magazine, although I'm sure it will have little bits and pieces in here as well. But it's certainly, I get the feeling it's an amendment to their pattern books and their pattern magazines. A bit like if Simplicity, I guess, made a magazine on more about how to sew. So this is actually the contents page, and here it's very small, but you're also getting adverts for pre-made fashions. Obviously mass-produced clothing starts to become a little bit more of a thing in this era, and you get department stores start to become a thing as well. Pretty women are not pretty by accident. Izod's corsets, that's a company I've never heard of before. It's nice to see names that I certainly recognise. Frister and Rossmann, you still get that as a name today as well. Oh, look at this. This is so lovely. Love all the little details and the flourishes on it. I think this is getting into the actual journal now, so it's kind of like the first few pages are adverts, and I expect the back few pages will be adverts, and then in the middle we've got the bulk of the magazine itself. Published on the 20th of each month. Yearly subscription to any part of the world, 6 shillings, post free. Wow. And we have a lovely illustration here of the shell pink cloth coat and skirt. A little quote about July. July, to whom the dog star in her train, St. James gives oysters and St. Swithin rain. Got some lovely ladies dressed perfectly for playing tennis here. Fashions for July. So it says, every season there come disquieting rumours that the blouse is losing favour with smart women. Yet in the face of such rumours, our leading houses, both here and in Paris, are showing the most fascinating blouses in white lace, chiffon, muslin, etc. It is possible to imagine, and while such charming creations are offered, the reign of the blouse will still flourish. Indeed, the blouse was never more popular than now. And Bird's Custard is a brand that is still going strong today. So I love seeing that kind of thing in these old magazines, these home brands that we're all familiar with. Pears Soap is another one. Got more fabric adverts. Velveteen at 2 shillings a yard. Fancy washing fabrics. And a household advert for Cerebos salt. Cerebos? Cerebos. I'm going with Cerebos. By appointment to His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, which is something that obviously we have here in the UK. Companies can have royal warrants if they provide the royal households. More adverts for fabric, hair pieces, hooks and eyes. Got some more lovely fashion prints here. We've got so I think these are the pattern numbers. So obviously these cross over with their own their pattern catalogues. So there's a muslin skirt or voile skirt. And then here we have this gorgeous suit with this lovely applied detail on it, which is echoed on the bodice there as well. So it's a suit for linen or serge, and a gripper or Irish lace coatee. So it's like a little jacket that you could wear over your blouse, and then it has these big fluted sleeves on it, so it almost looks like a cape in a way. And a more simple gown for linen, alpaca, voile or cambric. A glace silk coat and a pretty voile gown trimmed insertion and silk. Flat paper pattern, 6p each. By post, 7p. Well, that's quite interesting, seeing a photograph used in advertising as opposed to the hand-drawn artwork. And that's the second advert for this company that I've seen. So companies are taking out multiple advertising slots in here. I like that they still have the puzzle section. £5 for correct answers. Wow, £5 wasn't a sum to be sniffed at in 1906, I don't think. We've got more lovely skirt details in here. We've got a recipe section here. Fruit chartreuse, cucumber and tomato jelly salad, custard ice creams, fruit blancmange, Excelsior fruit punch, pineapple ice cream. Is that like Dole Whip? I could do that. Edwardian Dole Whip, I am all for that. Oh yeah, and of course we do get these kind of adverts as well. The King of Corpulence cures, supreme as a fat absorbent and tonic, how stout ladies permanently regain an elegant figure. So yeah, unfortunately the sad state of advertising and the ideal female figure. The things we see in the media at the moment are, it's nothing new, unfortunately. Women have always been chided and had this expectation to be slim and petite. But oh, look at the bathing costume, that's so cute! A pretty bathing suit. You can just see her little bloomers under there, and it's a really lovely little tunic dress on. Little spotty collars and a little spotty headscarf to match. Oh, this is cute as well, a little seaside suit. How to dress on £20 a year. Ooh, spiral steel boning there, Hercules corset steels, patented. And it's just like the corsetry steel boning, spiral steel boning that we use today with the little clips on it, on the end, to stop the sharp ends of the metal poking through. Yep, has not changed. Oh, that's quite nice. So there's a description of the illustrations. So this references all of the fashion illustrations and the pattern numbers, and it just gives a slightly more detailed description of the fabrics that can be used. I think the amount of fabric that you need as well for each one, which is quite nice. More fabulous dress mannequins. My goodness me, they look interesting. So that's how they come packaged. They come in a box like that. Oh, that's so interesting. And this one has a folding and expanding skirt stand. So it's like an umbrella, I guess. It certainly looks like an umbrella. It obviously folds out to give you the fullness of skirt that you want. That's amazing. And then here we have the extra supplement for July 1906 for river or holiday wear. Oh, look at these lovely lace detail, and then the pleated detail on the collars. Insertion there. So pretty. Let's see what's in the extra supplement, shall we? Oh, more lovely pattern illustrations. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love this. This actually almost reminds me of well, my blouse here, and the hat that I trimmed to go with it. And, yeah, the stripes and a lovely big stripy bow on it as well. Do love good stripes. To say, there are a lot of adverts in here. I mean, I can't remember the last time I bought an actual magazine, a modern magazine. But yeah, it always, one of those things you always find is there is a lot of adverts in magazines, and that was obviously still the case in 1906. Things haven't changed very much at all. And there we have the monthly story, which I might enjoy reading later. It was the Paris train. More advert. Oh, it's awful, isn't it? This is horrible. It doesn't matter about your size. And it's the fact that these are probably all complete quackery and didn't work at all. £7 per week reduction is guaranteed without dieting. Perfectly harmless, pleasant, easy and quick results. Yeah. So this is ribbonette lacework, so that's quite interesting actually. So it's using ribbon on lace. So here obviously you can see the ribbon has been threaded through the pattern, but they've also done ribbon work for the petals as well. So I think this is the same lace. Oh, here are the instructions for the raffia cycling bag. So I guess it is kind of like macrame, I think, in a way. So pretty. If only I had room, I would fill my house with treadle sewing machines. But alas, I don't have room, so I will have to make do with the 2 that I have already. Oh dear. Slightly inappropriate advert there. So this is the details here for the free patterns that would be given away. So it is the items on the front cover that were the illustrations for the free patterns. So it's nice to see you've got the pattern details and layouts there. And as suspected, at the back of the magazine there's more adverts. There we go. As I said, the very back page is missing. There we go. So obviously that was just a very brief look inside this wonderful glimpse into history. So I do hope you found that really interesting. A brief little look into the sort of things a lady might have been reading in July 1906. I'm hoping to sit down and have a closer read of some of the details, of the little stories and things in there, because it's just so fascinating. Just to see, this is kind of what life was like, if you know what I mean. Obviously there's only so much you can glean from just looking at garments in museums or in photographs or in fashion plates, but to read a magazine, obviously through the eyes of as a modern woman, reading modern magazines and comparing how things have changed, how things haven't changed. Yeah, it's really interesting. So I hope you found that interesting too. If you've liked this video, please do give it a massive thumbs up. Pop a comment down below as well. Would be really great to hear your thoughts on this magazine. Is this the kind of video that you'd like to see more of? Let me know. Again, you can like and subscribe to my channel as well to be notified when my next videos go out. And I'll also leave a link down below to my Ko-fi account, so if you want to buy me a little coffee to help support my channel, that would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.